Eric Muathe with Muathe.com. Over the last couple of weeks, we've seen some stocks explode out of nowhere. Here's another example. We are seeing HMNY, which is up this month. Actually, I believe this week alone, up about as much as 1,500, which is a huge move, all the way from $1 all the way to 17 over the last couple of days. An amazing move. So I'm not saying you should chase these types of stocks, but what I want to cover here is how you can try and see whether you can be part of any potential upside. Now remember, the stock has come from 1 to 17. So even if it was to drop back to, let's say, $5, that is still a huge move. So you gotta be aware the downside is very real. But what you can do here is go to the smaller time frames. So this is a 2-year weekly. Let's go to the 1-year daily, and you can see that the stock has moved over the last couple of days. So we got 1, 2, 3 days. So, and all this is Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Today being Wednesday, and the stock has not looked back since. What you can do here is you can go to the smaller time frame, next smaller time frame, which is now gonna be on the hourly, and this is a 6 months hourly chart. We can drill this even a little bit closer. Let's take a look at a 1 month hourly, and this is what it looks like. So it captures the move here to here. So what you can do is use the most recent hourly close as an entry point. So there's an hourly close there, and that price is at 14.83. So you can ignore the stock. Don't try and play this for now, because it's the potential for downside is real. But if it has any more upside, what you can do is set an alert should the stock move above 14.83. Any movement above that would suggest that it still has the potential to see higher prices. Keep in mind, the last nice breakout hour to hour was here when it broke out after closing here on an hourly basis. It rested for more than 2 hours and blasted out of that, which was a nice entry just under $9. The stock would go on to trade as high as 17 over the next couple of trading hours. So if you want to play this right, if you want to play momentum, keep in mind right now we are looking at the RSI on the hourly, continues holding above 69.1, suggesting that maybe it might have another attempt to move higher. But the key to ride momentum is to wait for the fresh breakout above the most recent hourly closing high, and that is at, again, 14.83. Should be the trigger point for any upside breakout. Otherwise, the best thing to do with this type of high flying instruments is to ignore, because the downside can be massive. So the reason why we're using the hourly chart is because on the daily there's no rest period, and on the weekly there's no rest period. So we have to use the time frame that has shown some type of rest, and on this hourly chart you can see the stock has had a couple of rests hours since this closing high here at 14.83. Otherwise, ignore until you can see a breakout above 14.83. Even if you do buy it with a breakout, remember always to set your stop anywhere from 5 to 8% from your purchase price. Eric Muathe with Muathe.com. As always, good luck, peace, and blessings. EACS.